It certainly looks a lot more quiet now. We've got live Doppler 7 Max and the National Weather Service radar going, and well, they're not picking up anything at this time, which is certainly a big difference from what was going on about 3 to 4 o'clock this afternoon when those strong to severe storms did rip through our area, starting out in Kane County, working their way through southern DuPage County, then through southern and central portions of Cook County, eventually ending up on the south side of Chicago in a much more weakened form. But this was quite a cell out near the Batavia area. You can see very clearly here just on the reflectivity exactly how big that hail core was for a brief period. I switch over to our hail parameter, and even that was undershooting the size of the hail. I saw pictures of the hailstones that were actually 2.5 or 2 3/4 inches. This saying about 1.5 inches to 1 3/4 inches. I will say though, what it does show very well is that hail core collapsing as it made its way over Batavia. That's why they saw such strong localized winds, a microburst out of that, with some wind gusts that will probably end up getting pegged at about 80 or so miles per hour, basically on the order of a weak tornado. Of course, not with the circulation involved, but severe thunderstorms can be dangerous just on their own. Now, tomorrow will be partly cloudy to mostly clear to start off. Temperatures will be in the 70s, but we do have to track some showers and storms. We'll do that coming up.
All right, Greg, thank you. Cleanup is underway in the western suburbs tonight, where those severe storms damaged several homes and cars.
New at 10, our Kate Kogirin has a look at the damage in Batavia.
Neighbors in this area say the storm came quickly, and so did the damage. This large tree behind me splitting at the base, knocking over a fence before falling onto this home. This is just one of many trees in this area that came down when heavy rains and strong winds whipped through Batavia.
Seeing the power of it, it just came quick.
Diane Anderson and Patrick Sommerfeld had just said goodbye to friends outside when the rain started coming down Sunday afternoon. Diane says she got in her car to try to offer them a ride when a downpour of rain and wind hit their neighborhood.
The rain was coming so bad and so noisy and loud, I didn't know what was hitting me.
The storm was so powerful, Diane says, she couldn't see the hail hitting her vehicle. At that time, her husband was watching the storm from their home.
Well, the first minute was rain, second minute was hail coming sideways, and then you heard that kind of that locomotive-y thing you hear about.
Patrick said he heard a loud noise, then this happened. A nearly 40-year-old tree came down, falling shy of their front porch. But Patrick says at the time he could barely see anything outside.
Well, the first minute was rain, second minute was hail coming sideways, and then you heard that kind of that locomotive-y thing you hear about.
Diane said once the storm cleared, the aftermath could be seen everywhere.
The streets were covered in green. It just looks like somebody took green confetti and threw it up all the way through the neighborhoods, either blocked by a tree or blocked by water.
Another tree down the couple street on Bernadette Lane falling onto a home. In other parts of Batavia, reports of flooding, trees on cars and on the roads, and parts of Route 31 shut down as crews tended to down power lines. Neighbors here telling us that their power has been out ever since the storm came through, and it might not be back until Monday morning. In Batavia, Kate Kogirin, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Remember, you can get the latest forecast anytime with a free ABC 7 Chicago News app. Just scan the QR code on your screen for a link to download.